Soil brothers and soil sisters. Facebook. Trying to reconnect. Riri, real star. Good morning, soil sister. Tony, the Shella. I think that's what I see. Good morning, soil family. It is hump day. Today is Wednesday. I hope y'all are having an amazing day as you enter this chat. If you could be so kind to hit the thumbs up, you might want to share this out. We're going to talk about some stuff today. It's going to get spicy today. Hit that thumbs up and let us know, what is your weather like? Spring is springing. I think today is supposed to be 80 degrees, which tell my soul we need a road trip, but we got a lot of stuff going on. So when it's warm outside, I be ready to go. I want to hit the beach. I want to hit the nurseries. I want to go somewhere different. I want to eat some different food, all that good stuff. But if you are new here, welcome. I think I need to start there, especially with Facebook, because we have grown tremendously over the last 3 or 4 days on Facebook. You'll be in the bushes. I thought you was on the ship, pescatarian. What? Monday I said, I thought she was gone. I'm gonna have to text you. Good morning, Cheryl. But hashtag replay. Let us know what your weather like. And let us know. We're gonna talk about cayenne pepper today. Spicy. Cayenne is probably one of our favorite. I think it's now one of Bobby's favorite herbs. We used to treat it as a spice or a hot pepper. So I stayed away from them. Even though my husband grew hot pepper, he grew cayenne, I stayed away from him because I'm like, I don't like hot. But then I found out the benefits of it, and I was like, wait a minute, we're gonna have to bring this back. And I thought cayenne was very important because I have seen a lot of people suffering with things that cayenne could possibly help with. And I'm gonna say could possibly because no two people are the same. So we always encourage you to do your research. Please do your research when we're talking about these different herbs and different things, to make sure it's something that you want to try or something for you. We are going to go over the benefits, the things that cayenne pepper can help with, and we're going to go over some ways we use cayenne pepper to help us. Blizzard? What? Blizzard conditions here in Iowa. I got my seeds yesterday, even though Iowa weather is bipolar. Child, if y'all in the middle of a blizzard, it's going to be 80 degrees here. Pack your stuff. I think it's a house down the street for sale. A blizzard? Oh my goodness. And I'm out here with shorts on and flip-flops. Lord, yesterday, I'm going to tell y'all a little story before we get started. Yesterday I decided, but first I'm going to say, yes, Jake, yes, we love the song. We've actually used it a whole lot. We use your song. We appreciate you for making that song for us. We use it a lot. People are like, oh my God, y'all got a theme song? Oh, we actually got 2, but we use yours all the time. Thank you for that. We definitely appreciate that. 25, Wendy, feel like 10. Oh, Lord. So, story time right quick. Yesterday I decided I had a lot of energy, and I was like, let me take Thor for a walk. I don't walk Nala and Trudy because Trudy is still in training. And Nala, Nala doesn't listen to me. I'm the parent that she is the child that take advantage of her mama. So I don't walk her because she doesn't obey me the way I feel like she should. So I don't walk Nala. But Bobby will walk Nala and Trudy while I walk Thor, because Thor is a mama's boy and he listens to me. Well, yesterday, one of my neighbors decided, I'm going to go to the door. Oh, she came to the door and said, oh, is that Thor? And I'm like, yeah. And she said, oh. And her dog bolted out the door, and I'm like, holy. I was like, oh my God. So I'm standing there, and I knew I couldn't walk with him and try to hold him. Remember, I broke my back some years ago. So even though I'm not in pain, I still have to be conscious of this major back injury that I suffer with to keep myself safe. So here I am, standing over Thor, like holding him with my legs, and holding on to his chain, and the dog is running toward, and I'm like, no, 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 get your dog. Like, he don't want to play with your dog. This is Thor, but the whole time she had my Thor mixed up with somebody else's Thor. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then she told her dog, she said, we going to see Thor. And I'm like, no, not him. Y'all not coming to see him. Like this, he don't play. And his mama right here, so he is in protection mode. No, do not let your dog, oh my God, that dog ran up on Thor. And I'm out there hollering and screaming like a crazy lady because I'm like, get your dog. Get your dog. Her dog won't on a leash, no collar, no nothing. And I'm like, get your dog, because first of all, I don't want to pull my back out. It took everything to hold Thor. Thor grabbed that dog one time and that dog yelped and ran off. And I'm like, look, go to your mama. That dog probably was about 65, 75 pounds. She picked him up and told him back home. And I'm like, and the whole time, and by then Thor, he all swole up, don't want to walk. I'm like, Thor, come on. Let's go. It's okay. I was so nervous. My hip was hurting. My back was just like, I had tensed up. I was like, oh my God. I called Bobby. I said, I almost walked Nala because I was thinking maybe she'll be good enough for me to walk her up the street and back, both of them together. I said, I'm so glad I didn't. Like, we have to control our dogs. You know, we have to control our, even when people are walking and some people just let their dog out to use the bathroom and come back in, we have to control them. Like, we've had dogs come in our yard. Our dogs are protectors. This is their job. We have to control our dogs. But the last thing we want is our dogs to get in a fight with somebody else's dog. And I was like, oh my God. And then this morning we went for our ride and somebody walked up to the car like, oh, you don't have to be so, he said, oh, you don't have to be so aggressive. I said, I rolled the window down. I said, please get away from my car. Hey, cuz. I'm like, I love you too. I'm like, dude, get away from my car. Why do you walk up to people's cars and you heard this vicious dog in here? His mama is right here. And he like, no. Anyhow, I've been on the Cayenne very heavy because at first I was like, hey, Thor tried to dislocate my arm and pull my back and hip out all at the same time. So here we are. Bobby was like, well, you know, you got to rub yourself down good. And purple cayenne pepper. Let's see. So that's what I've been doing. And that's what made me think about, well, let's talk about cayenne again, even though people always ask, how did you get off of all of your blood pressure medicine? And what do you use for upset stomach or ulcers or all these different things? And what we sometimes turn a blind eye to because of the heat. We say we don't like hot stuff, but we don't. It could have went real bad, like jam. We don't, because cayenne is a hot pepper, we overlook the benefits of it and how good it could be for us. Now, sometimes we can just use cayenne to season our food. I see Terry saying use it in hot tea. I put it in coffee. I also make lemonade, and I put lemon juice, water, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, and a little bit of honey in our jars, and we just sip on them. Actually, I keep it in these jars. When I make lemon juice for the week, I keep it in this, and I put a little bit of cayenne, cinnamon, and I don't measure it. I just put a tiny bit in there, and honey with some lemon juice and water, and we sip on that all week. One bottle might last us 2 days or so. Bobby loves tart lemon drinks, so he probably just guzzling his. But the power of cayenne, adding it to something every day, can heal you in so many ways. Now, if I hadn't have started this natural healing journey, holistic journey, I probably would still be in bed today, because I'm sure I would be so sore and hurting just from all that jolting and trying to hold back this 115-pound dog yesterday. But, you know, I could feel the tension, but I don't hurt. So that again showed me the power of the castor oil and the cayenne. When I saw you, I reminded you of my English teachers. She was so sweet. Oh, thank you, Ash. Good morning. We appreciate you for being here. If y'all could be so kind on YouTube, double tap that screen. That'll help give us some reaction. So cayenne pepper, we grow our own cayenne and we freeze dry them. Now we're gonna talk about different ways you can preserve your cayenne because everybody don't have a freeze dryer. If you ever have the chance to get a freeze dryer, I would get one. It is an amazing investment. A lot of people think it's a waste of money, but it is an amazing investment. When you freeze dry your crops or things, it can, if you store it properly, it can be good for up to 25 years. There is no way. Okay, Analytic Gardner, good morning. There is no other way you can't dehydrate, you can't can, and things last up to 25 years. I know some people will can and they still eating their great granny's food or something, but like Bobby and I are terrified of canned foods for the most part, so we don't even play with it. We learn how to can, and we use safe practices when canning, but we just choose not to. I am gonna make some grape jam and can it, but I'm gonna can it the easy way. I'm just gonna flip the jar over and let it seal, but we'll eat that in the next few weeks or so instead of 25 years. So when you preserving your food, you want to do it in a safe manner. So we choose to freeze dry. You can dehydrate. You can stick it in the oven on the lowest setting, and it'll take hours for your peppers to dry out. And then you'll have nice hard dried peppers. And all you have to do is put it in a coffee grinder and grind it up to get your powder. So this is how we make our cayenne powder. Again, you want to use this in your drinks. You want to use it, especially like hot teas and coffee. You want to use it when you seasoning your food. Very little bit, go a long way. But we also use it topically. We make a cayenne salve, which you can find on our website at blacktropical.com. I'll have one in here. I used it to cure or to get past my neuropathy and sciatic issues just by lining the paper towel with castor oil and then sprinkling the cayenne pepper on that and sticking it on the bottom of my foot, and I would sleep in that overnight. Now I don't have those neuropathy or sciatic issues. Even because I'm not hurting, sometimes it make you feel like it's gone or it's just not there. But what you have to do is remind yourself that the injury is there, the issue is there, so you don't want to re-injure yourself. So I'm careful, but I enjoy life a whole lot better now, being pain-free, walking around with sneakers on or boots on or whatever. I'm comfortable. So you can freeze dry, dehydrate, or like I said, you can stick them in the oven on the lowest temp if you don't have a dehydrator or freeze dryer, or you can just leave them out to dry out. We use this drying rack. I got some cayenne in here. I don't know if you can see them, but this is a drying rack, and it got a whole bunch of different sleeves to it. Somebody sent us this last year. And we have a bunch of cayenne in here, and it's just drying. You can hang it. You want to hang this indoor somewhere where there's no moisture, or you won't get any, it won't get wet or anything. And all of these are just a mesh liner. The bottoms are all mesh. The top of it is not, but all the rest of it is mesh. So you put your herbs in here, and you can put 8-10 different herbs in here and just let it dry. So this is another way to be able to dry your herbs, and it just fold up. It does ball up, but I don't ball it up to turn into a little bitty circle. But you just hang it and let your herbs dry that way also. Now the benefits for cayenne is what sold me. Good morning, everyone. Nashville, 55 degrees. 2 of those, just a little smaller, dry my herbs great. Yep. So all they need is, air. They need to be able to breathe and give them time to dry. The benefits of cayenne pepper. Cayenne can boost your immunity, can help with nasal congestion, help with digestion, can lower asthma risk, it enhance or help your blood circulation, tackles arthritis, can prevent cancer, can aid in weight loss. It can be a toothache relief, relieve inflammation, protect your heart. It's a pain reliever and can unclog arteries, get that blood flowing good. Do you know if here in Michigan I can grow cayenne? You can grow cayenne. You can. I would start my seeds now. I know y'all weather is off, is up and down and all over the place. I would go ahead and drop some seeds now for cayenne pepper. And by the time y'all get good and warm, your start should be getting there. That way you can start getting flowers soon. When your cayenne pepper turn red on your plant, pull them off. Pull them off. The more you harvest, the more you can grow, the more you'll get. That is the best way to get cayenne pepper. I mean, y'all know we say that about anything. When you grow it, you know it. You definitely want organic because we using this in teas, we using this in food. You're not going to wash the chemicals off of that. So you definitely want to grow it yourself. But it can help with clogged arteries and lower cholesterol. I don't know if I say it can help lower blood pressure, can help with diarrhea, headaches, can help relieve hemorrhoids, skin conditions, sore throats, wounds and cuts. It can stop a heart attack. That's just a few things. I think over the next few weeks, what I'll do is take one thing at a time, like talk about how can cayenne peppers heal a wound or stop a bleed or stop a heart attack. I think we need to go in deep dives on how. How can I use cayenne pepper to help get past something like cancer or keep it away? I think if we take one thing at a time and talk about it, it'll help a lot of people better understand cayenne pepper. We always say to do your research when it comes to these things because, again, no two people are the same. So, like, I take cayenne pepper for my high blood pressure. Every morning, that is my high blood pressure medicine. Instead of popping synthetics, which I did for 25 years, and my blood pressure stayed high the entire time, I decided, well, let's start with cayenne pepper and see. So instead of stacking cayenne, and I know a lot of people ask, do you take cayenne pepper and your high blood pressure medicine? I didn't, and I cannot tell you that you should stop your blood pressure medicine. You have to do what's best for you. Let me see. You have to do what's best for you, but definitely look into it and see. So what I did was I changed our diet so that we would have better choices in food. We grow and raise as much food as we can rather than depending on the store to feed us safely. So once you clean your diet up some, and I can't tell you can clean your diet up 100%. If somebody tell you they're 100% organic and this, that, and the third, is lies. Good morning, G Mama Grows. Thank you for that. It's so hard to say that everything is organic, especially here in the United States, because they spray everything. They spray everything, and they'll tell you it's organic, but I always say the labels lie. So if you don't grow it yourself or have a trusted farmer or, teaming up with your neighbors and y'all growing all of y'all groceries or as much as you can and getting your meat from a butcher shop or somewhere that you can trust, you can't say that your food is organic. I know the labels will say organic, but they spraying everything. And then we'll take it home and wash it off and thinking we cleaning it up. We not. That the skin on first of all, the skin on most of our vegetables and crops are more healthier than the inside, which we always, after the inside, we peel a potato and we throw the skin away and we eat the inside. Well, the outside is the healthiest. What do they spray? The outside. We think we wash it off, we scrub it, we soak it in vinegar and water or whatever. All of these vegetable and fruit sprays to clean it off. But it's just like our skin. It has already absorbed that crap. And then we think we cleaning it. And we bring it in the house. We'll clean it off, cut it up. We'll put it in a pan, season it nice. It tastes good, but it's still full of chemicals, preservatives, pesticides. So this is why it's important to grow your own food. Same thing with the cayenne pepper. They spraying it. They don't tell us this, you know. So you want to clean up your diet first so that we don't put so many toxins in. Grow your own food. Grow as much as you can. That's why I like growing my own cucumber, because I enjoy eating the skin. Yeah, most things we peel. People ask me all the time, shouldn't I peel my ginger? No. No. Organic is just a word, honestly. The way I feel about organic, Brandon, is just a word. We only have organic when we grow it ourselves and we know for sure that we didn't spray it. You started from seed and you know that you didn't spray that crop. That's the only way you know you have organic. When you go to the store and it say organic, it's just a word. Because what is organic to the government? What do they deem organic? Does that mean, oh, stop spraying these crops over here 10 days before you harvest it, and the rest of it you can spray it up until harvest day? Is that organic? Organic to us mean no chemicals, no pesticides, period. But organic to them can mean, you know, we only spray it for a certain amount of time and then that's it. My husband made a great point the other day. He said, when you ride past, and we always down in Homestead, Florida, or South Florida somewhere, he said, when you ride past them fields and they out there spraying crops, the guys always got on, they suited up. They don't want these chemicals to touch their skin. Like, that's huge. Can you grow cayenne in a pot on a patio? Absolutely, you can. Cayenne is so easy. You can grow it in a pot, a bucket. You can bring it inside when you need to or if you need to, but it'll do good. We have left cayenne plants out in the ground and they do great for years. But clean up your diet. I cleaned up my diet and then I started taking, one day I just said, I ain't taking no more synthetic medicine. I'm sick of this and I want to heal myself. Good morning, Soil Family. Thank y'all for joining us. Good morning, Facebook. So I stopped my medicine and I started taking cayenne. Yeah, G Mama Grows is she a small space gardener, even though she got a little more space now, but she grow a lot. She started a lot indoor. But now is a good time to start your cayenne seeds indoor so that by the time they get nice and strong, they can go outside when it warm up. I stopped my medicine, my synthetic medicine. I was on 3 different kind of blood pressure medicines and my blood pressure was still high. I stopped all my medicine and I decided I'm gonna take this cayenne pepper, which was not hard because I don't like hot stuff. So what I did was a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne powder and a little bit of water. Hey, Steph Carr, good morning. A little bit of water and I would drink that. A little bit of beet juice. I don't like beet juice neither. But I would drink about 2 to 3 ounces of beet juice every day. Beets are great for high blood pressure too. But that was mainly my combination. My beet juice and cayenne pepper. And I would drink that. I tried to get Bobby at first on it just because, like, all the other benefits. And he was like, I don't really need that right now. So Bobby was like, I'm not drinking that hot stuff. So I said, okay. When I went to the doctor 3 weeks later and all I was doing was cayenne and beet juice, my blood pressure was perfect. My doctor pulled me off all of my medicine. Not to forget that I had already stopped hurting. So like my previous visit, I told her, I said, I'm not hurting anywhere. Like, I feel great. If I could just get this blood pressure down. And all I was doing was cayenne, castor oil in my navel, things like that. I take cayenne every morning. It is great for you. My husband sliced his finger open one day with a mandolin. I was like, oh Lord, we gonna have to go to the hospital because it ain't no way I'm gonna get this finger to stop bleeding. So after I changed his bandage a couple times, he said, well, just go ahead and pour some cayenne on it. So I got the cayenne pepper powder and I dumped it, and he had sliced that sucker open good. I dumped the cayenne on there. I thought he was gonna freak out because I'm thinking that gotta hurt. But when I dumped it on there, the bleeding stopped, and he was just like, oh. I said, that don't hurt. He said, well, it hurt because I cut my finger open, but it doesn't hurt anymore with the cayenne, but it stopped the bleed. It'll do the same thing for a heart attack. Take a little bit of cayenne pepper. Some people have, and I just, a friend just went through this. Some people will suffer a heart attack and still walking around, doing, working, living life, but they don't feel right. Something is going on, and it could very well be a heart attack. Like, people don't just have a heart attack and fall out and die all the time. They still function and walk around and do things, but issues are brewing. Things are happening. Where can you go in Savannah to buy seedlings that are not sprayed? Probably, like, we go to, what is it called? The place off of Bay Street. Economy Feed and Seed. Economy Feed and Seed. That's where we normally go down there and check them out. But there's another place. It's called Greenhouse. I think he called Greenhouse. It's this guy in Port Wentworth. He sells seedlings also, and he doesn't spray his. Is it called Greenhouse? I can't remember. But we will have some starts. I think we'll have some starts at SoilFamily Expo. Good morning, Teresa. Found your page. I'm impressed. Do you have a remedy for rheumatoid arthritis? Yes, I do. Well, I can help you with that. But we used the cayenne pepper on my husband's cut finger, and it stopped. Economy Feed and Seed Pescatarian, yeah. So try Economy Feed and Seed, Yolanda. We do have cayenne starts, but they are for SoilFamily Expo, and they probably won't last but a few minutes. If a few minutes, probably a few seconds. Rheumatoid arthritis, there are a few things you can do. Now, when it comes to arthritis, of course, it's sometimes, it's so many things that go with that. We have to be careful what we eat first, period. The foods that we eat, they feed all of our ailments, like our arthritis, because it's just inflammation. It feeds these cancers, high blood pressure, diabetes. All of these things are being fed with the foods we eat. And even though we go in the store and we think we making better choices, the labels lie. But cayenne pepper can help with arthritis. We have a friend that used pain away. I mean, not our pain away. Wild yam cream that helped her tremendously with her arthritis. She told me the other day that she was, hey, Farmer Marshall. She told me the other day that she was canceling her one of her appointments to go see her rheumatologist because she said, she said, I'm healing myself, and I want to stick with that because doctors' jobs are to push meds. If she go to her doctor, they gonna tell her that no, you can't stop your medicine and you need this. When she feel better today than she has felt in the last 30 years, why are you still trying to push me to take your medicine when I'm telling you that I feel great? I have not felt this way in a long time, but that's what the doctors do. You can heal yourself, and it can be very few simple things. Our diet for sure is one. We have to be more conscious in what we consuming. We travel a lot in the summer, so I always say leave space. I keep talking about going to New Orleans because I want to eat. That's my 10% of living, having fun, living life, and eating what I want. For the most part, we grow as much as we can. We raise meat, and these things help us in our health. Not taking these synthetics, our body doesn't recognize half the crap that we consume nowadays. It just doesn't. We have been taught to do things all wrong. Now we have no time for anything. But I got time to stop at the store and grab me a bottle of Tylenol when you have so many things that can help you, such as your diet. We don't have time to garden. You got time to set a pot somewhere and plant a seed and let that give you food for months or years to come. All you have to do is make sure it's getting sun, it's not out there freezing, it get a little water every now and then, and you speak to it, and it's gonna be all right. Movie, need to grow your own food is sad because our own babies will. Yeah, we always talk about, like, Family Expo. We host that at the Savannah Children's Museum, because if we can encourage the kids, Trudy, leave that box alone. If we can encourage you, bring me that. Bring it here. She like, oh, I got a piece of paper down my. Go lay down. If we can encourage our kids that it's okay. We got to encourage the parents too, because most parents we don't want our kids to get dirty. When we were little, we got dirty. We played outside, and I grew up in Virginia, so if it snowed, we were out there snow sledding. We were soaking wet and cold when we came home. But even in the summer, we were out. We used to go on these nature hikes. We grew up around this creek in this neighborhood. We would go on nature hikes so we could see the beavers and different things in the woods. We need that. Our kids need that. And I said the other day to one of my friends, I said, I wish our kids could experience our childhood. Our kids nowadays have to be careful of everything. Like, our kids have lost more friends than we have lost in an entire lifetime. And our kids are in their 20s. We need to get our kids back in the family, doing things together, going out, having picnics, playing in the dirt, sitting in the grass, laying in the grass. These are the things you want to teach your kids as they grow. They can learn, oh, this is second nature. This is what I do. Yesterday, my mother-in-law was in the car with me. We were riding up the street, and she said she was so happy, excited, talking about planting flowers. She said, I used to love planting flowers, girl. She said, I would get up 7 o'clock in the morning, go out there and cut the grass and doing stuff and planting flowers. And she said, it just made me happy. She said, those flowers just made me happy. And I said, yeah, and your son got it, honestly, because he loved being outside. And she said, I didn't take him out there and make him do, or dragging him out there gardening with me, planting flowers. He just picked it up. And he saw it. She said, it's just so peaceful. I said, yeah. Once you get out there, and as terrified as I am of bugs, I still ask God to help me get out there and learn to grow my own food and see what it is my husband like about growing. His biggest thing is banana plants. Let me get out here and see what that's like. And it's like, man, all my life I've been missing this. But I'm so glad that we are out there doing it. Now the kids need to get out there with us. Even in the kitchen, we tell our kids, get out of this kitchen. Like, we don't allow our dogs in the kitchen. But we don't allow the kids in the kitchen either. We need to bring the kids back in the kitchen. Teach them safely how to do things. There is a safe way to teach them how to cook and not run them out, because people are growing up and don't know how to boil water. And I'm just like, what? It's no such thing as I don't know how to cook, but it is, unfortunately. So we have to install it in them now, so as they grow, they can be healthier. Our kids are sick. They are going through it. We need to help them now. We do sell a pain away oil. You're welcome. We do sell a pain away oil. I don't have that either. Yeah, yes I do. We do sell a pain away oil. It doesn't look like this anymore because we upgraded our labels. However, it is all natural. and it does just what it say. You can find our oil at blacktropical.com. Let me come so I can drop that link for you. At blacktropical.com, we always say read the reviews on our products. The reviews are amazing. What we wanted most of all was for ourselves to be pain-free. My husband work out all the time, and sometimes he get achy muscles or whatever. We don't want to pop Tylenol or all these other different things. We want to be as natural as we can. So we created this oil so that it would help me with my pain level and when my husband have aches and pain. And it exceeded every expectation we could have imagined. But it is all natural. Some people need to use a little more than others, but you use a little bit at a time. A little bit go a long way. See how you feel within a few seconds or minutes or so. You should feel a difference in your pain level. If you have, like, if a lot of people, they say, oh, my knuckles, you know, I'm always hurting around my knuckles, and they'll rub their knuckles with this, and within a few seconds it'll go away. So again, you can find our products at blacktropical.com. There you go. And if you have any questions, we are there. Can we order it from your website? Yes. Our website is www.blacktropical.com. I'm still working with my sourdough starter is in the refrigerator. She is very happy, but very neglected. I neglect all of my fermentation sometimes. Even my ginger bug, I neglect that too, just because life be lifing. And then when I think about it, thank you, babe. G Mama Grows, thank y'all for dropping that. I neglect mine because I get busy sometimes. But when you start things like a sourdough or ginger bug or even growing your SCOBY for kombucha, don't get overwhelmed with it, or don't feel like you fell because you hadn't fed it or something, because they are very forgiving. I know some people say you got to feed it once a week or you have to. Sometimes I go a whole month and I don't touch it. But I did make my sourdough starter with 100% einkorn, which is an ancient grain, and this is the grain that we all should be using to eat. Bread, whatever you make it, we even fry our foods in it. Whatever we cooking and it called for flour, we are using ancient grains. So definitely do your research in ancient grains. There are different ancient grains. We have a spelt, kamut, einkorn. I think it's like 5 different ones. I just can't think of it. But definitely, yeah, gut issues, yeah, sauerkraut would do it. The belly need fermented foods. Also, Redmond clay or bentonite clay is great for gut issues, so look into that too. But when it comes to fermented foods, people don't realize, like, they see me making soda and they like, oh my God, you're using sugar. The fermentation process eat up about 80% of that sugar that I'm putting in there. So by the time you finish fermenting your drink and you taste it, it don't taste like it got a lick of sugar in it. That's that fermentation process. So doing a little research and finding things out will help you tremendously. I had a friend that had food poisoning here recently, and they went to the doctor trying to get him back together because it was crazy what he was going through. And my friend said he came home and made some sauerkraut, homemade sauerkraut, and within 24 hours he was already healing. His stomach felt a whole lot better. I have Redmond's clay. How do I use it for the gut? So what I would do, good morning, Karen. Where do we order your different flours? We get our flour from ancientgrain.com, and there you can see the difference in them. It'll tell you about the difference in the taste and the texture in each flour. So just look at ancientgrain.com. Redmond clay or bentonite clay for the gut. What I would suggest, you can drink that every day. We drink clay to heal the body. You can drink it every day. What I do is at night, I will take a teaspoon of that powder and put it in a cup and put about 6 ounces, 8 ounces of water on top of that. I don't even mix it. I just let it sit and absorb, because that clay need to absorb the water or the moisture, and it take a little time. So before you go to bed, I would go ahead and put my clay in the cup and pour some water on top of it and leave it alone. In the morning when you get up, you can mix it and then you can go ahead and drink it and you'll be fine. It won't be thick or clumpy, like it'll just be smooth. It's a little chalky because it is clay, but it's great for the gut. Again, look into the benefits of that. Opened one of my strawberry sodas last night. Good. Use your bug. Isn't it good? It's like, that's soda. That's real soda. And it feel good going down. That's soda. I use bentonite clay in my hair and skin products. Yeah, bentonite is great. It's amazing. Let's start a sugarcane farm. Woo! My husband got his own little sugarcane farm. And let me tell you, he loved growing his sugarcane. And then the process of it, he loved it even more. Yeah, it will help with constipation too. But let me tell you, it can help with constipation. If you have been constipated for a while, good morning, Miss Betty, and you have Redmond real salt. I told my friend this the other day. She said, I really need to go to the bathroom and I ain't been able to. I said, well, what you want to do is take like a tablespoon of real salt, Redmond real salt, because we know that is the best. It doesn't spike your blood pressure and mess you up. Take 1 tablespoon of Redmond real salt and about 8 ounces, 6 to 8 ounces of warm water. Mix that Redmond with that warm water, you'll go to the bathroom. You're going to go to the bathroom. Again, you want 1 tablespoon of Redmond real salt and about 6 to 8 ounces of warm water. And you want to chug that. Get it down. It is salty and it is awful, but go ahead and get that down. Make sure you're going to be home for the next 2-3 hours, at least 3 hours, I'm going to say. Within an hour, so that constipation should be well underway to being gone. But within 2 hours, you usually have fleshed your system out really good and you'll be good to go. Now, if you have gut issues, I would look into something like the bentonite clay. Cayenne pepper can help with that, keeping you regular. I know you take cayenne every day, but that'll help keep you regular. Hey, Reba, popping in over here. When are you going to have your soda making class? Soda making class should be out in about a week. It should be out in about a week. So, real salt, 1 tablespoon, and 6 to 8 ounces of warm water. Yep. Oh yeah, try that if you are home. Well, you going to work. When you are home, try that salt detox. That salt will flush you out, but you don't want to use any kind of salt, because if you use that crappy salt, but I know you got Redmond's, use a little bit of that Redmond, a tablespoon of that with a little bit of warm water. You'd be good to go. Good morning, gamed up. What weather does sugarcane grow in? So that'll probably be a good question for my husband. Sugarcane need warm weather for sure. I'm not sure if it need to be like really hot, but it need to be warm weather for sure. We usually have a sugarcane festival here in Savannah. I don't think that's in November, but I did post a video over on Facebook yesterday from the sugarcane festival. Okay. Thank you, Miss Betty. I appreciate you. So definitely look into the benefits of cayenne. We will do some shorts on what you can do, how you can use cayenne. Using Redmond salt and magnesium body butter has helped my IBS. Good, Karen. Make sure you know. We'll see you soon. Reba, you too, right? I texted Reba the other day. I said, Reba, you got your bags packed? Reba like, oh Lord, here she go. Is there anything to help restore moisture in extremely dry hair? So what what I use for my hair is basically the herbs that we grow, and I put what I put in I keep a jar with a bunch of herbs in it. What I put in that jar is banana oil, coconut oil, and olive oil. Just a little bit. I put like equal parts. So if I got 1 cup of banana, 1 cup of olive oil, 1 cup of coconut oil, but then I throw a bunch of herbs in there: cloves, fenugreek, um, lemongrass, black seed. I got a bunch of herbs in there, and I just let it sit over time. And that's what I use to grease my scalp with. A few, like 3 or 4 days a week, and I don't have any problems with dry hair or scalp. Now, is that gonna work for everybody? I'm not sure. Something simple you can do is extra virgin olive oil, fenugreek seed, and rosemary. Rosemary is great, and I would use that. Good morning, Soil Family. When will you have rhizomes ready? Shampoo ginger. Shampoo ginger will not come back in stock until the fall, because we don't disturb the plant throughout the summer. Like now, it's gonna start waking up and growing here soon. We won't disturb it all summer, and then we'll have some soon. It'll be in the fall, probably like October. When we come back from HOA, I want to say we'll probably dig it up then. You want to come to our events. So we have SoilFamily Expo coming up. SoilFamily Expo is April 4th through the 6th. Glad you said that, because we get a lot of questions about tickets. The only tickets we sell are for dinner, and those will be cut off if it doesn't sell out by Sunday. We'll keep it open until Sunday, and we only have very few tickets left right now. Tickets are $50 for dinner, and that is Saturday, April 5th, 5 p.m. at Lady and Sons. It's all you can eat. It'll be about 100 of us. We have a banquet room, and we'll sit down and have dinner together. We sit down and have dinner together. We pray together. We laugh and talk and get to know each other. It's a family style dinner, which we are trying to get back to, because most of us can remember when we used to all go to the table, sit down and have dinner with our family. Now we all over the place. The kids in their room, and mama walking and eating, and dad somewhere outside, and he'll eat when he come in. We should always have a family style dinner, even if it's just once a week. Sit down with the family and have dinner. So that is what our SoilFamily Expo dinner look like, and it's all you can eat. This restaurant will not bring you one piece of chicken. If you say, hey, can I get a piece of fried chicken, they're gonna bring you a whole chicken out. So good. Mom and dad still eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how my I had a client, he was 101, she was 99. Every day they ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the table together. And she would get up and fix his food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had round-the-clock caregivers, and I would tell them, do not interfere with her taking care of her husband. I know she's 99, and she can be a little off balance and move fast and different little things, but only assist her. Make sure she doesn't fall, help her get things that might be a little too high or a little too heavy, but let her serve her husband. And she, at a certain time, she would say, come on, honey, let's go eat. Help him get up and get to the table, but let her serve him his food. And when they were finished, she wanted to clean dishes and do all those things. So I love that. And that's what our dinner looked like. We talk if we don't lose our voice. Exactly, Reba. I'm not losing my voice this year. I have lost my voice almost every year for SoilFamily Expo, because we be here for a good time. So by dinner, definitely by breakfast, we ain't got no voice. Ask Reba how she know. SoilFamily Expo is April 4th through the 6th. We do start on the 3rd at Jim and Nick's in Pula. Well, Jim and Nick's. Jim and Nick's. in Pooler, Georgia. If you look at SoilFamily.com, you'll see everything on that schedule. But we'll have an early dinner there on Thursday night for people that's coming in early. Friday we'll be at Savannah Citrus, where we're gonna learn how to grow our own citrus. No matter where you live, we will learn how to grow citrus in a pot, in the ground, all these different citrus. We have a video coming out today about Savannah Citrus. His plants are amazing. So we'll have a class there, have some fun out there at Savannah Citrus. You'll be able to pick out the trees you want. If you want to purchase trees, he'll have them ready for you Saturday at Soil Family Expo. We do go downtown Friday evening for a little meet and greet down on the river, listen to some music, have a little fun, take pictures. Savannah River Street is amazing. So we'll meet and greet down there in Planet Riverside District about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday, we are at Savannah Children's Museum. That is our big day. We encourage you all to come out to the Children's Museum. You pay $10 at the door, cash, for the Savannah Children's Museum. You pay that directly to the Children's Museum because we use their staff, we use their facility, so the money goes to them. So you come in, you pay your $10, and that's where we'll be set up with all of our vendors. Now we do have a 360 photo booth. We would love for you all to get in our 360 photo booth and have fun. It's an amazing little machine, but you should get on it and have fun. We like checking out those videos after. Thank you, Reba. What do you have for very dry skin from Cancer Meds? So I would look into the benefits of tallow. I love beef tallow, and it is very, very good for the skin. So look into the benefits of beef tallow. If you are vegan, I would look into castor oil. Castor oil is great for the skin. Yeah, girl, we got a whole 360 booth. We had it last year. Also, our mayor was on the 360 booth. When I say Soil Family Expo is about getting to know each other, building a community, and having a good time. That's what we do. Have a good time. Where do you find botana oil? I'm gonna have to find a website. Because I can't think of it. Bare Skin Cosmetics is where I find my botana oil. Bare Skin Cosmetics. If you are on TikTok, look for some of Dr. Sabi family. That's where you'll find raw botana oil. My daughter lives in Savannah. I can't wait to tell her about the expo. I love it. Yeah, tell her to come join us. You know, Savannah Citrus is free. You pay whatever you pay if you come to Jim and Nick's and you decide I don't want to eat, I just want to see everybody. Come see us. We'll be there. It doesn't cost you a thing to come see us. If you decide to eat, you eat what you want to eat. You know, whatever you eat, whatever you want to pay for, that's what you get when you come to Jim and Nick's. It is a barbecue place, and it is very good. They sell fish. They sell so many different things, but the food is good there. And we have a good time there. Friday is it Friday? Did I say Wednesday? I meant Thursday we'll be at Jim and Nick's. Thursday we'll be at Jim and Nick's. Friday we'll be at Savannah Citrus. Savannah Citrus is totally free. We are a 501. We are a non-profit. So if you want to donate to Soil Family Expo or to Savannah Citrus, you can. Savannah Citrus is totally free. He is going to give a class on how to grow citrus. He'll show you all of his plants and how he do it, whether they are in pot or in ground. He'll tell you what will work for you. Savannah Citrus start at 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be at Savannah Citrus. Do you sell castor oil? So we don't sell castor oil, but you can find it on our Amazon storefront. We use the Heritage Store brand. Kim, I have information for you, and I'll email you back. I think I got an email from you. Thank you for reminding me. Y'all, when I forget stuff, please don't. I just forget. I'm sorry. Lead Farmer rave about me and my husband. Yeah, that Lead Farmer is a good friend of ours. We love Lead Farmer. We spent a lot of time with him and Lady Lead in real life. So we appreciate Lead Farmer. The best type of salt is Redmond Real Salt. We will have a Redmond booth at SoilFamily Expo. As you can see, we love Redmond Real Salt. We keep a lot of it. Redmond Real Salt is the best salt, hands down. This salt is clean. It comes from an ancient mine that has been there forever. All they do is get the salt off the wall, grind it off the walls, grind it up, put it in the bag. They don't leach anything from it. They don't add anything to it. We got a few rocks off the wall ourselves. We went to Utah and visit Redmond, and we were able to go inside the mine and see, is this all salt? This is a huge rock of salt. I gave my best friend one. She said, I lick my rock all the time. It's just salt. This tastes exactly like this. It looked exactly like this, depending on how fine or how big you want your salt. It's the exact same thing. We do have a link for Redmond Real Salt. If you use our link, you'll get 15% off. So you definitely want to check that out. That is the best salt. The only reason why we don't use, good morning, Diane, Celtic salt. We used to use Celtic salt, but we stopped because we wasn't sure where Celtic was coming from. Our package say North Carolina, but we know there are no salt deposits there. So when Fit Farmer went and shared that experience with us, we found out that Selena was sourcing all of her salt from different parts of the country. Well, we know Redmonds come from Utah. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it anywhere. It's coming from Utah. We don't know where our salt came from if we get Celtic salt. I'm not saying it's something wrong with it. We just not sure. Hey, Coretta. Sorry I'm late. It's okay. Never late. I lick my rock all the time. Yeah. Those rocks are good, honestly. It's a little weird, but they are good. The thing with salt, I know a lot of people were like, oh my God, y'all lick them walls. And think about all the other people that lick the walls. It don't hold bacteria or germs. It's salt. You know, back in the days, they used salt to cure and preserve things. They could leave it outside. They would hang animals that they have rubbed down with salt. And you see flies and whatever on it. It couldn't contaminate the salt. So salt, you know, we need salt. We just have to have safe salt. If you use Morton's, throw it in the trash. That stuff ain't good for nothing and nobody. So many nuggets. Just found y'all happy. I don't like bugs. I'm terrified of bugs. And it's warming up now, so I'm like on high alert when I go outside. The nets are netting. The flies are out. The mosquitoes are tripping. So it's not a fun time of the year for me. Every year I have to get used to life again on the homestead, because here we go with these worrisome gnats. And our gnats bite. We recently learned that gnats don't bite everywhere. We went to North Carolina. We spent an entire summer with Justin Rhodes and Bree from Scratch and Growing Up Holtz and a whole bunch of people. And we would be like, well, what are these bugs? What are these bugs? And Justin was like, those are gnats. They don't bite. That's crazy. Yeah, they do sell brines also, G Mama Grows. Redmond sell brines. They sell energy drinks. We'll have a lot of this stuff at SoilFamily Expo. We'll make the relight so that y'all can taste the relight and see what that's like. The gnats bite in South Carolina. Yeah, gnats don't bite like in North Carolina. And we were like, this is weird. We were in Asheville all summer. And the gnats don't bite. And I was like, oh, I can garden out here. But I'm terrified of bugs. I ain't just terrified of bugs. I can't stand to see nothing moving. If it ain't a human, I don't want to see it moving. A frog, a snake, a lizard, I'm freaking out. Like the other day I was on the phone with Andell and a frog, no, it was a lizard on the porch. and I was freaking out. And she was like, all she could do was laugh because I was going crazy. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I just want to water the plants. I'm just trying to drop some seeds. And I guess the lizard was like, you ain't got no business out here dropping seeds, but here you go. I use salt to clean my cast iron. There you go. Yeah. Do you see the ocean? So we're about 10, 12 minutes from the ocean. We are probably about 10 or 12 minutes from Tabby Island. Long as we don't get caught up in no traffic downtown, but we are very close to the ocean. Actually, my husband, he work at the port, so he see all the ships, the cargo ships coming in and out all the time. Savannah is beautiful. If you've never visited Savannah, you'd be surprised at how close you are to everything. It take us about an hour and a half to get to Jacksonville, which, you know, Jack's Beach is there. 4 hours to Daytona, but we only about 10, 12, 15 minutes at the most from Tabby Island, which is a huge ocean, and it's beautiful. The ocean is one of my happy places. So sometimes we just go to the ocean just to chill and hang out, or just to get some peace of mind. But we are very close to everything. But then you can go downtown and see all the squares and historic monuments and people. It's amazing. Savannah is a beautiful city. Be looking forward to you. Okay. She got an appointment. Okay. I will definitely send you. I do have it. I just need to send it to you. But I did forget. I'm sorry. Yeah. So if you are coming to Soil Family Expo, dinner is open until Sunday. When we go live Sunday, we will make another announcement about it, and then we'll have to close out dinner. If we don't sell out by then, we only have a few tickets left. Believe Savannah is beautiful. With a bus tour, Holly saw anything. Need to come back again? Yeah, you need to come back again. Minus the bus. That way you can get around and see. Hey, Diane, see what's going on. Hey, Miss Native Cherokee, I got your order finally. Again, I did see somebody ask again about the paint away. Our products, we do sell a paint away oil. It is all natural. In this oil, and we even have labels letting you know what's in it. Cayenne pepper, castor oil, garlic, rosemary, oregano, and magnesium. All you have to do is shake it. Your black turmeric is growing? Good. Shake it and put a little bit wherever you have pain issues, and this should take care of it. I feed it daily, but it don't look like the others. Real cloudy too. My ginger bug is cloudy, I think. I need to look at it and make sure. But I think it's cloudy too. The paint away oil is great. It's all natural. You can back up from synthetics while using this. You want to back up from synthetics. This is why we offered this to the world, so that you can use no synthetics or less synthetics. Wherever you have a pain area, you just drop a little bit and rub it. I used to always talk about my arthritic thumb that doesn't hurt anymore. Eventually you'll get to the point where you can back up off the pain away, because what you want is something that's not going to just stop the pain in your mind. You want something that's going to target the issue. If you have inflammation, this pain away oil is going to target that inflammation. And you can use it. At the first time you use it, maybe the first week you need it 3 times a day. Maybe the next week, that week number 2, you can use it twice a day. Week 3, you might need it once a day. And then week 4, you may, within a month or so, you may find that, man, I haven't been hurting. I haven't used any pain away oil in like 3 or 4 days. But I would use it at least once or twice a week to keep the pain away. So I still rub it on the bottom of my feet like 3 to 4 times a month, just so that I don't have the neuropathy pain that I used to go through. I need a full body type of pain away. Everybody say that. I need a big bottle, and I'm like, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. We are in Savannah, Georgia. So our pain away is available at Blacktropicalhomestead.com, and it is amazing. but we always say go check out the website and look at the reviews there, and we'll let others speak for it. And like people leave reviews here. They talk about the pain away all the time. Read the comments. Don't just take our word for it. We are not here just to sell you a product. We keep it affordable. Shipping is free. It's only $23 ship. And it's amazing. Pain away even help with vertigo. Can even help with vertigo. Help with neuropathy. Yeah, that neuropathy is sickening. I dealt with it for years. And again, when I broke my back, I thought this is just life. And I'm going to deal with this pain, but I'm going to keep it pushing. Because complaining ain't going to do nothing about it. I've went to therapy. I've had injections. I got pain patches, all this stuff. And I just kept it moving, even in pain. Until I decided, well, let me trust God. And I trust these doctors a little too much. And now they keep telling me, this is it. This is all we can do. So I stopped. Use a different email to order the bottle. Okay. I said, let me stop trusting these doctors, because I should trust God more than anybody. And once I did, like, all of this information, and I was able to sit down and we were able to do research and find out how can we make our own, formulate our own oil, and do this and be able to offer it to our family and friends, because at first that's what it was all about. Let's help ourselves. Once we get ourselves straight, we'll help our family and friends. And now we are able to help you all. But in return, all we ask is leave a review so other people can see, because I don't want to sell like a sales pitch. I want to sound like it's just a sales pitch. Endometriosis. Bentonite clay. I would look into the benefits of bentonite clay. Castor oil. Castor oil can help with that. But look at the benefits of bentonite clay. My mother is in her 80s, but now is having a lot of shoulder pain. Can she use pain away? Of course, she is on other meds too. Absolutely. If you use pain away on her, she probably won't want her pain meds anymore. Especially like early in the morning. Good morning, David. Especially like David, I sent you an email because Bobby want to use your music in our videos. But one day he was listening to your videos for hours, and he was like, I need to use David's music in our videos. So email me, let me know if it's all right with you. If you use, like, if you can rub her down in the morning before she get any pain meds, she'll probably say, oh, it feel better, and you won't have to give her the pain meds. Them pain meds are tearing us up. Those pain meds are eating us alive. Okay. Thank you. So if you can get her away from some of those meds, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. But there are things so we can do this naturally, and we won't have to trust synthetics so much, because they're not good for us. It's the bomb. Gave some to my mom, and my cousin purchased it in Atlanta. My husband rub it on my back and rub it on his back and shoulders. Yeah, it's good, and it's all natural. We don't need those pain meds. We don't need those synthetics. Those synthetics are eating us up, and it's overtime. When we take it, we feel good because it's like, oh, it's over. But over time, yeah, your body say, okay, enough of that. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what I was doing with it from the beginning, but it's been fooling you, and I'm sick of it. So use something natural. Cayenne pepper, pain away oil. My daughter bought some black seed oil, 100% pure virgin cold pressed organic. What do you think of this? It could be. I would look into it again, because here in the United States, they can put anything on a label, and it is what it is. When we go in these stores and read labels, I always talk about honey. When you read the label on honey, it'll say it's just honey. When you do your research on raw honey. Well, when you look at raw honey compared, when we look at honey in the stores compared to the honey that we get out of our hives, it look totally different. We have never harvested honey out of our hives that tastes the same. Actually, we can't get honey from one hive, and 2 feet down we got a whole nother hive, and that hive gonna taste exactly like the hive we just harvested. All the honey tastes the same. Good morning, sis. All the honey tastes the same. All it tastes different. When you go in the store, it all tastes the same. So what is honey in the store? 10% honey and 90% high fructose syrup. They don't put high fructose syrup on the labels, which I think is a ripoff. I think it is very important for us to know that we are consuming high fructose syrup, but they don't, it's not important. They lead us to believe we buying raw honey. So when it comes to labels, you got to do your research and be careful of the source. Your video about the ancient grain you switched to, you showed us how to mill the flour. So yeah, so I'll drop the muffin video. I did make muffins with that also. I'll drop the muffin video. What about local honey in produce department? Sometimes it's real. Yeah, a whole lot of it, David. Sometimes you can go in these, like, sometimes you go in a gas station or these little mom and pop shops and they'll have honey, local honey there. We went in a restaurant in Brunswick. I can't remember the name of it. But they had a whole wall of honey. And of course we were checking it out. We were checking it out. I'll drop the muffin recipe today for y'all. And it was real honey. But when you go in the store, it ain't real honey. Trust me. If I always say the label with the orange, the honey with the orange labels on it, the orange label stand out and is yelling at you, raw honey. When you walk past it, I'm raw honey. Come and get me. That honey you can buy. It's probably been on the shelves for years. If you bought it 5 years ago and you needed some more, because you can go in Sam's Club or somewhere and buy it in bulk, and you probably won't need honey but maybe once every 2-3 years or so. So if you bought that honey 2 or 3 years ago, and then you went in the store today and bought that same exact brand of honey, it all tastes the same. Nice and clear. All tastes the same. Yeah. Sherry, this wild yam cream is the truth. I went to my annual and mentioned it to my doctor. He was all for it. Gave me a sample of natural vitamins to take with it. Good. I like when doctors be on board. That's amazing. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. We can't wait to see y'all. Thank you. Living out loud. Thank you for the, what is this? Super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. So we're going to talk about lowering blood sugars. Okay. Let me make sure. I'll drop the einkorn video. The muffin video. Sell clip yesterday that honey has been found. Aluminum. Let me tell y'all, Girl Scout cookies too. I told somebody, I ain't going to say no names. I told somebody, I said Girl Scout cookies. I said I made, as a matter of fact, Bobby loved lemon cookies. These ain't lemonades, but they lemonades. These ain't the Girl Scout lemonades, but they lemonades. They ain't gonna look like the Girl Scout lemonades because they homemade. The Girl Scout lemonades are loaded with heavy metals and pesticides, all of them. Karen said, what? I told my assistant that the other day and she said, what? I said, Girl Scout cookies are loaded with pesticides and heavy metal. She said, what? I said, yeah. She was so mad. She said, please don't tell me that. I ain't gonna tell y'all how many boxes she said she ate in the last few days. I made Girl Scout cookies. We can make things ourselves. So if Reba coming, If Reba come in, I'll have some lemonade cookies at Soil Family Expo. I'm just saying, Reba, you asked me something else, and everything turned into that. If Reba gonna be here, we gonna make it happen. So be careful. Don't buy Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scouts were born in Savannah, Georgia. We ain't buying no Girl Scout cookies. We can make anything we want. They're going through a lawsuit right now. Yep. Thank you, Latanya. We appreciate you. So let's talk about blood sugar right quick before I get off here. Yeah, why your body don't like Girl Scout cookies? I'm telling y'all, our body be saying, look, For perimenopause, we just got to pay attention. For perimenopause, you need wild yam cream. Wild yam cream will help bring the hormones in balance so you won't have all those funky issues that we have. Wild yam cream. Our products can be found at www.blacktropicalhomestead.com. Blood sugar. I love you too, Reba. Blood sugar levels. Yeah, just like other brands. Chemical fields everywhere. And what the wheat. We always talk about the wheat. So let's go back to the wheat. And that's where we're going to start with blood sugar. How do you get your blood sugar levels under control? It's the diet. And it ain't the sugar. It's not. She just had to let you know, booty. We should be consuming raw sugar anyway when we use sugar. It should be raw sugar. But it's not the sugar. People say, oh, it's the sugar that's making your diabetes high. It's the wheat. Be careful with the wheat. Our einkorn video has gone viral on Facebook. It's gone crazy on Facebook. And it's the wheat. I'm telling y'all. We use a hybridized wheat, and wheat is in everything. Things you can't even think of is wheat in it. The flour, the wheat that we use when we go to the store and get our flour or buying hamburgers, pizza, whatever it is, it's made with the same hybridized wheat. Our body doesn't recognize that hybridized wheat. Man made that wheat because it made money. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. So God gave us ancient grains like this einkorn berry. God gave us everything we needed to live and survive. Man came along because this einkorn or these ancient grains, they grew really tall and they didn't put out a whole lot of wheat. Well, man didn't like that because if the wind blew, it would break the stalk. If it rained, it would break the stalk. What is that? That's causing money. That's too much money going down the drain. So man said, well, let's fix that because we need to make money. He hybridized the wheat, which the body doesn't recognize hybridized things. Hybridized this wheat, and he got a Nobel Peace Prize for it because it made a whole lot of money. But what they didn't see is it's making people sick. Well, over time, for a long time, it was just great. It's flour, it's cheap, we can use it. It don't taste like nothing. This is why we got to flavor it and season it so it can taste like something. This hybridized wheat, this ancient grain, got so much flavor to it, you don't have to do anything to it. When I make cookies, I can put I made 3 dozen cookies and I use like a 1/4 cup of sugar. My husband loves his sweets, and he ain't gonna eat no cookie that's tart or he like a tart cookie because he like lemons, but if it ain't sweet, he don't want it. That's not a cookie. But the flour got so much flavor to it, you ain't gotta drown it out with all this stuff. So when it comes to blood sugar, it's all about diet. Even my mom is on insulin, and she said the other day, well, because I changed my diet and I'm eating better, I don't have to use as much insulin. That's all I want for her. I know she needs insulin because she had surgery, and that's what made her insulin dependent. She doesn't need as much insulin as we thought she needed because she just ate what she wanted, and then she had to give herself all this insulin. Well, if you feed yourself properly, you can cut back 70-80% on the insulin. You may be insulin dependent, but you won't be as dependent as you think you are. So the major thing is our wheat. We would go to Sam's Club and get a 25-pound bag of flour. It costs us $10, $9. I can make everything. Desserts, bread, whatever I wanted to make. I had plenty of flour for it. Well, my husband was diagnosed with diabetes, and we didn't want to take metformin. So what are we gonna do? So what we did, I went through these cabinets and I threw everything away. It hurt my feelings to throw away bags and bags of flour, pounds of flour, all of these containers with seasoning in them. The chemicals in those seasonings are crazy. Threw all that stuff away. The only seasonings we use is what we grow and Redmond's real salt. I don't have any up here. Redmond's, we use Redmond seasonings too, but we grow our own garlic, onion, we freeze dry it, powder it, and we got our own seasonings. We don't need all that stuff at the store. As good as it is, it ain't good for us. This is what's throwing our body off whack. So if you eat a cleaner diet, so what I did for my husband was we trashed everything, start all over. The only thing we would eat for a few weeks was meat. We purchased a half a cow. That's what we leaned on a whole lot. Is there a cheaper meal you would suggest? You can use a coffee grinder. It might not grind as fine as the mill, but it will get it done. The main thing we ate for weeks was meat. So we basically went carnivore, which was mainly meat, a lot of hamburger. He ate eggs. He would eat cheese. And we would use healthy fats like tallow, butter, coconut oil, olive oil. So you need healthy fats. Yes, but we make hot sauce with cayenne pepper. You need healthy fats, healthy protein. Don't go get your meat from Sam's Club because you know they're gonna say, oh, it ain't got no antibiotics and no steroids. It's full of it. All that stuff is feeding diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, cancer, inflammation. Go to a butcher shop, pay a little bit more for your money. For your food. That will help. We went totally carnivore for about a month, and then I started incorporating things like beans and lentils. So you need beans and lentils also. That is a healthy food that can help reverse your diabetes also. A lot of people tell you, no, you need a balanced diet of fruit and vegetables. That stuff is sprayed with crap. You don't need none of that right now. You can do it with carnivore. You may not. It's not for everybody, but look into carnivore diet. Carnivore diet set my husband straight real quick. And he thought, are you gonna be able to keep enough meat in the house for me to not be hangry? And I told him, yeah, you'll be all right. Where he might have thought in his mind that he'll be eating 5, 6, 7, 8 hamburgers a day, he only ate 2 or 3 hamburgers. Our meat came from Hunter Cattle Company. That's why half a cow came from. So when you get meat from the store, it's highly processed, bleached. The animals were treated cruel. They were full up with antibiotics and steroids to keep them as healthy as they can be. All of them are not healthy, but it looked healthy to us. You got to go back and look at things like Food Inc. and see how food is being processed. It's crazy. So you need clean meat. I cut out all flour, all sugar, all everything. For diabetes, you need to cut everything out in the beginning. And you can go carnivore, full carnivore. I would try that for a few weeks. No honey, no anything. Drink water with lemon. You need a little bit of salt in your water because that gives you a lot of your nutrients and minerals that you need. So definitely do incorporate that. That will set, it's like a hard reset on your body. And my husband's blood sugar went from 3 something to 90, 100, 90 to 100. in the matter of weeks. And it was just all about the diet, cutting out all that junk, feeding yourself properly. Store chickens is the worst. Chicken is like my favorite food of all times. Now, don't know chicken tastes better than a backyard chicken. I know everybody ain't about that life. I ain't think I was either. But here I am. I don't like spicy food, but I order cayenne seeds. I don't like spicy food either. But that cayenne pepper, just season your meat with it lightly. You know, you'd be surprised if you do a cayenne shot today. A quarter teaspoon of cayenne powder and a little bit of water. And when I say a little bit, I just put my eyes in a shot glass. A quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper and a little bit of water, and drink that, you'd be surprised. Woo. It's not like it'll set you on fire hot. Just did your shot, but it'll give you good energy. It'll make you feel like, whoa, that was nice. You might find yourself wanting to go to the gym, go out in the yard and work, but you ain't gonna want to just sit there and watch TV. But you'd be surprised at what that cayenne pepper can do. And again, we'll go over cayenne one at a time because it's a whole lot when it comes to cayenne. But it's great for you. So for diabetes, you definitely want to clean up your diet. You want to leave all that flour alone at the grocery store. If it's not an ancient grain, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Now, until you can get it together anyway. When you get your body back in track doing what it's supposed to do, everything in moderation. Will my husband eat a biscuit or a roll every now and then? A roll or something every now and then? He might. Sometimes we go places like Jim and Nick's and they set them little biscuits on the thing, and he don't even look at it. He just keep on doing what he's doing. So eventually you'll get to the point where you'll be like, yeah, I don't want that. But sometimes when you do, you have space for it. You got room for it. Your system ain't loaded with all this crap. So you definitely want to get you some clean meat. Go to a butcher shop. Sometimes you can buy a quarter cow or something from a butcher shop. You can buy chicken from a butcher shop, or find you a farmer that will do this with you, or help you raise chickens and butcher them, process them for you. That chicken at the store is loaded with steroids. And it'll say, no steroids, no antibiotics. That's why our hormones are off. How much meat are you suggesting to be eating on carnivore diet? And for how long? So we only did carnivore for a certain amount of time. You know, it's all up to you how long you want to do it. Some people do carnivore, they love it. I think carnivore gal on Facebook or Instagram, check her out. Carnivore girl. But carnivore, some people live a carnivore life. We only did it for a certain amount of time. How much you eat, you not in your mind, you're gonna think, if I'm eating all meat, I'm gonna have to eat a lot of meat to get full. You'd be surprised that healthy protein and healthy fat will help you, so that you won't eat a whole lot of food. The meal came from Nutrimil. I think they are sold out right now, but it's Nutrimil. But look into carnivore diet. Chicken. You can eat chicken. You can eat, carnivore diet is meat. You can eat eggs. You can eat cheese, but in healthy fats. Healthy fats. But you just can't go to the store and buy your meat because it's the worst meat we can consume. Check out Food Inc. If you look at that video, you're gonna be like, Lord, what have I been doing? But definitely the chicken. Chicken is the most popular meat here for us. It's cheap. They grow out in 8 weeks. But they load it with crap, such as antibiotics and steroids. And then they treat it like crap. So a lot of people, they be like, oh my God, how can you do that to that rabbit? Our rabbits live a great life. Our rabbits are treated better than some humans treat each other. They are out there living their best life. They will get out of their cage sometime and they sit under the cage because we forget to latch the door. They'll fall out and they'll sit there for us to put them back in because they know that I'm going to eat, I'm going to drink, I am safe from everything, and these people treat me well. Our chickens and a lot of our cattle, everything, all this meat we buying from the store, they are squeezed up in one little place. Our chickens, they got hundreds of thousands of chickens in a chicken house. They can't even move. They dying in there. They sick. They just throw food in there. Fend for yourself. Eat what you can. What you don't, you won't. In 8 weeks, that chicken in the store for us to buy it. It's stressed out. It's full of crap. And then they terrified. They process that chicken. They process that cow or that pig. And they don't care. When we process ours, we care. They don't care. They process that meat. They put it, send it in the store after they done bleached it and pumped it full of all this stuff to make it look pretty. And because, you know, we buy things for looks. Because we always look for the prettiest meat, right? And then we bring it home. We cook it. It tastes good. We eat it. And then we wonder why we mad. Like, we pissed off at each other. Just because somebody looked at me. Or just because. Sometimes it's because we ain't the same color. We ain't vote for the same person. We don't go to the same church. I don't like how they dress. We just angry. Sometimes it's just our food. We've consumed this stressed out food. And we have no clue. I only eat fish, fruit, and vegetables. I get so sick from eating meat now. Yeah, you cannot get meat from the store and expect to be healthy. Because they don't play fair, especially in the United States. We see people say all the time, oh, I've visited other countries and I've been here for X amount of time or whatever, and I'm the healthiest now. I'm more healthy now than I am anywhere else. We have to do more ourselves. This is how we heal ourselves. Our doctors are not designed to heal us. We got one healer. Two, God and ourselves. It's all up to us. People say, I don't want to pay more money. That costs too much. Our einkorn berries, 25 pounds of that cost us about $115. $115. And we cool with that. At first I was like, let me take my time making stuff because that's a lot of money. I'm going to make what we want. And when we need more, we're going to buy more. Because what we looking at now more so than ever is our health. This is why I said I'm going to stop with, I don't like beet. I don't like beets. They taste like dirt. The juice ain't my friend, but I'm going to drink it because my body needs it and it's good for me. We grew beets. They taste better when we grow them. Cayenne pepper, I don't like hot stuff. But it's not as hot as I thought it was. I was just psyching myself up. I can deal with that. My husband take cayenne every single day. We need that. So this is what we need to do. We need to have these conversations, help each other out. Thank you so much. I love my cabinets. Help each other out. You know, be there for each other. We have to not be selfish in this world because there's so much information and so much, it's little things. Everything. You'd be surprised at what's right outside your front door, right outside your back door that can help heal you. But we think everything is a weed. Everything need to be cut down. Everything we need to dispose of. Some of these things we need to keep them for our health. A lot of these things we need to. Our food is our medicine. It should be our medicine. But here in the United States, our food is the death of us. And the only way we're going to change that is if we do the research, have these conversations, and implement change. That's the only way we're going to. When you go to your doctor, sometimes they're going to say, no, you tripping. Because it doesn't make money. If it doesn't make money for them, it don't make sense. We get our seasonings from Redmond Real Salt. What we don't grow, because you can grow majority of your seasonings. You grow your parsley, your basil, your onion, your garlic, all that stuff. If you grow it, you don't have to get it from anywhere. But I do like the Redmond seasoned salt. They do have smoked salts also, but again, that is a clean company. We love their products. We get a lot of our seasonings. Well, I get my seasoned salt from Redmond. I'll drop the link. Actually, it'll be in this list of links, and I'll pin it. Did I do that right? No. Like, I ain't do that right. Actually, I don't even have it. But I'll drop the Redmond. I'll drop a Redmond picture so that yeah, they have like 3 or 4 different kind of smoked salts. They are amazing. But Redmond real salt. I'll drop a picture later in a little while, and I'll put the link there where you can buy Redmond. Plant parent app. Yeah, to help identify. Everybody should have a identification app on their phone. Like, I think I use Picture It or Picture This or something when I want to identify plants, because you'd be surprised. My husband was out there messing around in the yard yesterday, and he was like, "Oh my God, it's a whole bunch of mullein plants growing up against the house." I got one mullein plant that Bammett and Fran gave us last year, and I keep saying, "Where are we gonna plant this? Where are we gonna plant this?" And yesterday Bobby was out there. He was like, "Dang, look at all these mullein plants." We scattered mullein seeds on our property like 2 years ago, and we were like, "Oh, those things ain't germinate. They ain't do nothing." So we ain't paying no attention. Now we got like 5, 6 mullein plants growing out there. Mullein is important. I keep telling him, like, "You see my comfrey coming up? Do not mow my comfrey." We will have comfrey salve at SoilFamily Expo. Eventually we'll get it on the website, but I'm like, don't mow my comfrey. We need our plants. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yeah, look into ancient grains, but definitely cut out all that crap until for a few weeks. Give your body time to reset itself. And then when you go back to things like cookies and cakes, and Bobby can eat almost anything long as I make it with these ancient grains. And when I check his blood sugar, it is not crazy. It's not high, 100 or so. When we out and he eats something that may not be made with ancient grains, it's just moderation, very little bit, if he eat any at all. We use comfrey as a salve. You can use it as a poultice. We do have some comfrey soaking in some homemade fire water. When my husband, I don't know if he sprained his ankle or something one day, and I wrapped him, I took a leaf out of the fire water and wrapped it around, was it his knee or his ankle? And the next day he was good to go. I looked, he was walking around the house with the tourniquet around his ankle, and I was like, "Well, I guess he's good with that now." I don't remember where I got comfrey from. We get comfrey offside the road in Carolina. It is an amazing product to heal yourself, heal a broken bone or a heel spur or any of that funky stuff. If you have bruises or bite, like if we get bit by something, that's what we using, comfrey salve. Ancient grain and Nutrimil. We don't use Celtic salt just because it's sourced outside of the United States and we're not sure of the process it go through. With Celtic salt, we use Redmond real salt because we know Redmond's is sourced in the United States, packaged in the United States, and they don't put anything in it. So we stick with Redmond real salt. I am making vanilla extract with fire water. Whew. Yeah, I used to make tinctures with Everclear, and Bobby was like, "That is some nasty stuff." It is disgusting. I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That fire water don't taste no better." He make his own, but I'm just like, that stuff is strong. No, thank you. We got comfrey. I don't know what we got. We got comfrey from, we won it a couple years ago. Fire water is corn liquor. It's corn liquor, and that's what you want to use to make things like your tinctures. It's good for cleaning because it'll kill any germ. I should have found some comfrey when I ran And yeah, Karen, I ain't seen you no comfrey. I'll give you some when you come. Comfrey is amazing for healing. I make a sunburn oil for my neighbor. Yeah, so it's good for burns, bites, like bee stings. But it's also good to help heal the bones too. Yeah, corn liquor. We just call it fire water. It's disgusting. Bobby make apple pie with it. Yeah, you can smell that stuff like 10 feet away. Ooh. It could kill some stuff. My daddy used to say it put hair on your chest. Yeah, I don't need no hair on my chest, so no thank you. Gave me a plant in the fall, kept it in the house. It's growing great. Yeah, so and we got some plants. When we went to Carolina, we went to Asheville this entire summer, like a few years ago. We saw a bunch of comfrey on the side of the road, so we stopped and pulled the plants, brought them home. We didn't take care of them. When it went to seed, we just sprinkled the seeds up against the house. Well, not up against the house, but around where the pot was. And that was some years ago. It never germinated or anything. And we were like, oh, well, we got to get some more, not comfrey, mullein. We got mullein plants offside the road. And that's what's growing wild. Comfrey, we got from Backyard, what's her name? Pat. Miss Pat. We got it from Miss Pat. She was doing a giveaway and we won comfrey seeds. That was some years ago too. And I dropped comfrey seeds and it grew. Comfrey can grow huge and it grew big. So do you add comfrey to your Cayenne salve? I've applied some for discomfort over my foot. Almost immediately felt. So I don't add comfrey to the Cayenne. Cayenne salve is just Cayenne. And I do put, Backyard Farmer Pat. That's where we got our comfrey seeds from. I do put a little bit of ginger in my comfrey salve, but I don't put, in my Cayenne salve, I put a little bit of ginger in it, but I don't put comfrey in it. Comfrey salve will be just comfrey on its own. Like, these herbs are amazing when you combine them, but some of them are so powerful alone. It's just amazing. Do you need any special equipment to make these products you talking about? So like salves, you don't. When you make, I do have a video on YouTube on how to make a Cayenne salve. You don't need any special equipment to make them. Most of these things. Like, think about back in the days, they didn't have special equipment. They just complicated things here recently in life. They make everything look like you got to spend a ton of money to make simple things. Most of them didn't even have a stove to make things on. They made it outside over the open fire. All of the people didn't go to the doctor back in the days to heal themselves. They went in the backyard or they went and foraged and got what they needed to heal themselves. So we can do a whole lot, but we let society complicate things for us. And that's why we try to show the easy way. And it might be a 60-second how to make something, but we showing you that it's just that simple. So you don't need any special equipment to make salves. And you can make so many different salves. Things are popping up now, growing. I think one of our first things that will pop up, we do have a lot of thistle outside. But one of the things that will start popping up soon, we'll talk about them when they come up. These plants, you got to know when to get them. I did show a video on what books we use in the beginning. Again, get you an app on your phone and just scan stuff. It might look like grass. It might look different from the grass. And just say, let me scan this and see. You'll be surprised at what type of medicine you might have out there. But, it seems like it's hidden, but it's not. We just need to take time and look into it. You need a list of what's in my cabinet. Oh my God. I'm going to take y'all on a tour. Maybe, what's today? Wednesday. We do have a busy few weeks. Maybe tomorrow I'll go live and take you on a tour of my apothecary, our medicine cabinet. A lot of this stuff we just forage for. Some of this stuff we intentionally grow, but these are things we feel like are very important. We harvest a lot of it in the spring and the summer, so that during the fall and the winter when plants go dormant, we have it. like our soursop and stevia and blue butterfly pea. We need to make sure we harvest that stuff um, when it's in season. Preserve it and put it up, and then we can get through the winter. Um, my thistle survived the snow and ice, pure medicine. I'm telling you, it's crazy, right? You'd be surprised that we can survive. We use, I think it's called Picture It or Picture This. They have named a few. If you scroll back, they've named a few picture or plant identification apps that you can just download on your phone, and all you do is take the picture of the plant or the flower, and it'll tell you all about this. They'll tell you exactly what it is. Sometimes it'll tell you if it's healthy or not, if the plant is healthy, or what you can do to get the plant healthy and strong, what you can use for it. But then Google and look up stuff and see, what can I use the roots? Do I use the stem? Do I use the leaf? Do I use the flower? What do I use it for? Because you can make a salve, you can make a tincture, you can make a tea, you can make a poultice. It's like what? An elixir. What do I do with this plant? And certain parts of it, what do I do with it? That's how you learn how to heal yourself with the plants that are growing right outside your door. We don't grow peanuts. I said I was going to put some in a pot. Peanuts are easy to grow, and you get a lot of peanuts from one peanut. From one seed, you can get a whole lot of peanuts, and you can do it in a pot. The good thing about growing peanuts is it's a nitrogen fixer. It just dig itself down in the ground, and it feed the soil. But we don't grow peanuts per se because we don't really eat them. The only thing I use peanuts for is something like making Snickers. Other than that, my husband eat a lot of walnuts, almonds, cashews, stuff like that. Drying out your coffee leaves too. Bobby just put our coffee plant out in the yard so it can get some sun. We kept it babied up against the house up here on the porch because we didn't want to lose it. But now the coffee plant is out in the yard. Like, you'd be surprised at what you can grow. We're going to show y'all a whole lot of plants that we grow. We're going to try to do a tour this year. We're going to try. We do have a lot of plants. We probably have well over, if not close to 400 plants, trees, vegetables, herbs on 1 acre. So we have a whole lot here, and long videos are not fun, but we will show y'all a lot of our plants that we have going on here and talk about some of the things we do with them. Some of them we'll break them down, and you might just hear about one plant at a time. Do you have soursop tea? I was told it's good for cancer. Soursop is one of your best cancer fighters. We have sold out of tea. We only sell soursop leaves that we grow, because if somebody sprayed that plant, you are defeating the purpose of beating that monster. So we only sell soursop leaves that we grow. Most of our herbs that we sell, we grow it. Soursop is the best, one of the best. Look into something like broccoli also. It need to be grown by you or somebody that you know did not spray it. Broccoli is great for that also. If you can find some seeded grapes, which are hard to find. If you can find seeded grapes, look into that. But soursop is hard. We are growing soursop. We just waiting on our trees to wake up and start putting out leaves. The McGregor family, I appreciate you. We appreciate you from Richmond, Virginia. I was born in Richmond, Virginia. It was MCV when I was born there, but I was born in Richmond, Virginia. We appreciate you, Adrian. So, y'all, we talked about a lot of things. Cayenne was our main thing. Look into the benefits of cayenne. Cayenne is a powerful healer, and it can heal so many things. Again, we'll go one at a time. Yeah, Miss Cherokee, yo VA people. Virginia is for lovers. That's what they say. I wish it was more love in Virginia. I wish it was more love all over the world, because, when there's more love, it's just beautiful. Found red-seeded globe grapes at Walmart. Whew, I would get them. Red-seeded grapes are hard to find, but if you can find them with seeds, get them. Yeah, with Baker Creek, we get a lot of our seeds from Baker Creek. We give away a lot of our seeds from Baker Creek. I'll post the muffin video as soon as I get off here. Oh, you were raised in Virginia. Yeah, I was born and raised in Virginia. I was. That's probably why, part of the reason why I'm terrified of bugs, because even though I went outside and played, I grew up in that era where we went outside and played all day. We came in the house, the whole house smelled like our funky butts was outside all day. But it was wash clothes, take a bath, eat dinner, and get somewhere and be quiet. But I grew up, I was born and raised in Virginia. I love it. Um, I have family in North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, and yeah, I'm from Virginia. I'm actually from right down the road. I'm from Hopewell, Virginia. Most of y'all have heard of Hopewell. If you from Virginia, you heard of Hopewell. But that's why I grew up at in Hopewell. I graduated from Hopewell High School. It's a little town, but it's loud. It's a little loud town. So I pray for my town all the time. Blackwell, not too far. Okay. Okay. So again, Soil Family Expo. My daughter was born in Virginia Beach. I love Virginia Beach. Last time we went to Virginia Beach, I was not impressed. I was like, what is up with this beach? Like, we checked in the hotel and checked out so fast. I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Soil Family Expo, April 4th through 6th. SoilFamily.com is the website. Again, we have a few seats left for dinner. You can purchase dinner if you want to be a vendor. We still have a few places for vendors if you like to be a vendor. We have more space this year, so we have more places for vendors. But at SoilFamily.com. If you have any questions, you can send us an email. You can also find that at SoilFamily.com, the email address. If you have questions about self-healing or other things, our products, Blacktropicalhomestead.com is the website for that. And you can email us. We have 2 different emails for each site, but you can definitely reach out to us. It's okay if you get them mixed up and you ask a question on Soil Family about healing diabetes. It's okay. We are here to help. Again, our products, shipping is free. We try to keep them affordable so you all can afford them and heal yourself. How many times to incorporate cayenne pepper for high blood pressure? So between 1 and 3 times, you can safely take cayenne pepper 3 times a day and still cook with it. You can drink it in your coffee, your tea, or whatever, and take it 3 times a day. I only use it once a day because my husband also, we use it once a day because that's all we need. So you just have to see what your body need, because I'm not a doctor and I can't give you medical advice. But we take it once a day. Some people take it 3 times a day. It's just up to your body what it may need. My husband and I will definitely be supporting new sub from Uncle Led. We appreciate Led Farmer. You mentioned y'all 2 days ago. Yeah, we were in the live. Do you sell cayenne pepper? We have some plants for sale for Soil Family Expo, but I think they already sold out, honestly. They won't last long at all. We don't have any cayenne seeds or anything left. Check your Walmart, Miss Robin. When you go to Walmart, look on those curios. They have all these different seed sections. They have cayenne pepper there. I have seen them here in Savannah, so they should be making way to all the other stores, even in your big box stores. Look on those things and see if they have cayenne pepper seeds. We all need a cayenne plant at home. We all need one. Cayenne pepper can stop a heart attack. Can stop a heart attack. That doesn't mean stop the heart attack and don't go see about yourself. Get that heart attack under control. Get to the doctor to see about yourself. But it can open up arteries. It can stop a heart attack. Can stop a bleed. Bobby got some teeth removed a couple months ago. He said, when I get home, he ain't like having that blood in his mouth, that galls. He said, I don't like that feeling. He said, when I get home, I'm going to gargle with some cayenne pepper to stop the bleed. He came right in here and got him some cayenne pepper and water and gargled. He was done. Walmart have cayenne pepper on Highway 80. Yep. So get you some cayenne pepper. Good. Get you one plant. So let me tell you, lemon balm for weight loss. Lemon balm. If I drink lemon balm, I ain't gonna be able to eat nothing. Lemon balm can do. It has the ability to do the same thing that Ozempic do, which is what? Curb your appetite. That's the same thing metformin do. All those drugs are designed to do is curb your appetite. They say, "Oh, this is for diabetes." Well, the only reason why your blood sugar level is going down because you don't have an appetite. So I can drink coffee or lemon balm, I ain't gonna have no appetite. That's the same thing Ozempic or metformin or Trulicity, all these things are doing. Curving your appetite, and then your blood sugar go down, which make you lose weight because you ain't eating. SoilFamily Expo. Okay, SoilFamily Expo is April 4th through 6th in Savannah, Georgia. You can find out more information. You can register to be a vendor. You can pay for dinner at SoilFamily.com. The actual expo, Thursday night, we are at Jim and Nick's. So if you are in Savannah, Yolanda, we'd love to see you. You can join us at Jim and Nick's. We ask you to register just so we can kind of give the restaurant some heads up. But if you at the last minute feel like, oh man, I can go by there, just come on. We'll be there. We're going to make room for you to be able to sit down and eat. Friday morning, we are at Savannah Citrus. You can find his address. We do ask you to register for that event. It is totally free. Again, it's not a big deal. We want to see you there. Savannah Citrus start at 10 a.m. And then we have a meet and greet downtown at Planet Riverside District on the riverfront at 5 p.m. Friday evening. Saturday morning, we are at Savannah Children's Museum. You pay $10 to enter the Children's Museum, and all of our vendors will be set up out there. We'll have food trucks, we'll have giveaways and games. You still have access. You bring your kids; they can go to the Children's Museum. We'll be out in the courtyard. Then we have a SoilFamily Expo dinner at 5 p.m. downtown Savannah, Georgia. It's $50 per person. We have limited seats, very limited seats right now. But it's $50 per person, and that need to be paid for by it's this week. I need to turn in our head count right now. That's dinner on Saturday evening. Sunday morning, our final stop, well, not our final stop, but we have breakfast at Metro Diner in Pooler, Georgia. We have dinner at Metro Diner at the Tanga Outlets. And that's like our parting dinner because breakfast. Most people will eat breakfast and they get on the road. Some people will eat breakfast and then we go and invade Home Depot and see what they got. Because they sell plants here that they don't sell in other places. They love going to the Home Depot here. I think Bobby will have banana plants for sale and different things. So definitely check with him with banana plants before you purchase one. But we have banana plants. I'm not sure what variety. Bobby got like 16 variety of banana plants now. So I don't know what banana plants he'll have available, but he'll have a lot. So if you have any questions or you want to talk, send us a message to homestead@blacktropical.com. Coffee or lemon balm work. Yeah. Like I'm careful with this coffee because it'll be 4 o'clock this evening and I'll be saying, did I eat something today? I ain't hungry. I must have ate. And all I drank was a cup of coffee. So, but if I drink lemon balm, it's going to do the same thing. Putting your your cayenne plants out today, good. And of course, we will see y'all Sunday morning when Bobby and I go live, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a huge food truck festival in Savannah this weekend. And I'm so excited to go. Food truck food is not healthy. It doesn't look healthy. It look good, but it doesn't look healthy. But there's a huge festival at Tanga Outlets this weekend in Pula. It's a food truck festival. And I'm so excited to go. So excited to go. Missouri with that bipolar weather. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna get out, and we got a lot of events coming up over the next few weeks. But we're gonna get out this weekend and go to the food truck festival. They got over 140 vendors. I want to visit them all. I have seen some things online, and I'm just like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want this. Come on. Come on. But I'm gonna compose myself. We're gonna have fun. We'll get some videos so y'all can see what that looked like. I heard this thing is huge. I'm excited to go and see what that's gonna be like. We thought the Strawberry Festival was this weekend, last weekend, and what was funny was we showed up at the Strawberry Festival. Nobody was there, but it was 2 other cars pulling in with us. And they were like, we were all like, well, where all the people at? What happened? We can't be here this early. And they said, we got the days mixed up. It's actually another day. And we were like, well, how did we all get it all mixed up again? But we all did. So that one is in April also. The event, SoilFamily Expo, is April 4th through 6th. April 4th through 6th. I'll put up a flyer for y'all. You can go to SoilFamily.com and check out the itinerary and see what you want to come to, what you can come to. If you want to join us for dinner, again, we have a few tickets left. You can pay for that, and that need to be paid for like ASAP. Other than that, everything else you pretty much do as you will as we go. SoilFamily.com. To purchase our products, that website is Blacktropicalhomestead.com. So, thank y'all for today. So excited. I can't wait. We're going to see some people that's been supporting us a long time, and we appreciate that. And to be able to hug y'all and spend time with y'all, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing time. I always say, if it's 2 of us, we having a good time. Well, it's going to be 3. You, me, and Bobby. But it's definitely going to be a bunch of us, and we're going to be here for a good time. So, 15 plus Cayenne plants this summer. That's right. Grow that Cayenne, y'all. It's your medicine. Your body going to thank you for it. So, y'all have an amazing day. Trudy is here because she said it's time. Best way to plant grape and raspberries. I'm not sure, but my husband can help you with that. I'll ask him, babe. He listening, so we need to talk about grape and raspberries, how to grow them. He is the grape man. I don't, and he grow raspberries and blueberries and blackberries or something. But yeah, that's my husband. I just dropped seeds, and I've dropped a lot of seeds. So y'all have an amazing day. Thank y'all for all the love and support, all the shares. Welcome again to all of our new people. We are so excited to have y'all here, and we appreciate you for hitting that subscribe or follow button and following us along. We are family here. We are here to help and listen and learn from each other. So we appreciate y'all for joining us, and we pray that you have an awesome day. 80 degrees in the city of Savannah, and St. Patrick's Day, we made it through. So now it's time to grow those groceries and have some peaceful moments out there, grounded with the Lord. So y'all have a blessed day, and don't let nobody steal your joy. Okay, I know your toy down there. Top must-have plants, cayenne pepper for sure. Gotta have cayenne. We grow castor too. Castor is very important. But we grow a lot of mints, lemon balm, lemongrass, stevia, soursop, blue butterfly pea, elderberry for sure. Some of our top. I'll do a video on like our top 10 plants. I don't think I ever did that, but I will. Y'all have a blessed day. Okay, booty, okay. She said, you said that twice.